You can call 814-299-5155. That's 814-299-5155. Call that number and leave us a voicemail. We'll play it on the show. You can also email us at ineffably-sublimepod@gmail.com. If you don't feel like talking, send it there. We'll read it on the show. Enjoy. Hey there, sports fans and concert junkies. Have you ever wanted to snag tickets for your favorite events without breaking the bank?
Well, now you can with SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the go-to app for buying tickets to live events, whether it's sports, concerts, theater, or more.
And guess what, folks? We've got an exclusive offer just for our listeners. You can use our special promo code ISPodcast to get $20 off your first purchase.
That's right, Bobs. With SeatGeek, you'll find the best deals on tickets from all over the web, all in one place.
And here's the best part. SeatGeek's got a color-coded system that makes it super easy to find the perfect deal. From dark green to red, you'll know exactly what kind of deal you're getting.
So whether you're looking for front row seats to see your favorite band or courtside tickets to catch the big game or wrestling, SeatGeek has you covered.
Don't wait any longer. Download the SeatGeek app today and use our promo code ISPodcast, all one word, all capitalized, ISPodcast, to get $20 off your first purchase.
That's ISPodcast, ISPODCAST, for $20 off. Don't miss out on unforgettable live experiences. SeatGeek, tickets made simple.
Sublime Squad, we're on the attack. Deej and Mitch turning absurdity into punk rock. We dissect the absurd side, it's our claim to fame. Spots McGamble, the Southpaw co-host with the wild name. We dive deep into the weird, no topics off limits. From bizarre news to strange conspiracies, we're committed. Deej is the Bobs, rocking the mic with style. He's the rebel with a smile. Absurdly sublime, that's what we're about. Making you laugh, we'll leave you with no doubt. Join the Sublime Squad, buckle up and enjoy the ride. We'll bring the chaos with pop rock as our guide.
What's going on, Sublime Squad? And welcome into another fantastical, whimsical edition of Ineffably Sublime. This is episode 33, and we're going to be chatting about some explosive topics, right?
Ooh.
Right, Spuds?
Ooh, yeah. Fantastical? Is fantastical a word?
Why not?
It is now, but...
Yeah, fantastical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know that.
Fantastically, unbelievably caring and kind.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's fuck. F-U-C-K.
Ooh.
Fantastically, unbelievably caring, kind.
Oh, I see what you did there.
So if anybody ever tells you you're a fuck, you go, oh, thanks.
I don't think I've ever been called that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an empty insult that is just wildly unnecessary.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But if you take it that way, you know, you're all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like learning about smithereens being a unit of measurement as opposed to just
I like the word smithereens.
I know. Blown to smithereens.
Yep.
They used to use a rope on a ship, like a big thick ship rope. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They would take those little pieces, like the ravels of them.
Yeah.
And that is a smithereen.
Fantastic.
So when you say that's been blown to smithereens, they would use that in measurement. So if it was smaller than that, it wouldn't be
blown to a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blown to rope pieces.
Rope pieces. The things we learn on this show.
Why I know that information, I'll never know.
I don't know either.
That's just my curious mind wondering,
It's one to
wondering
grow
and
on.
wandering.
Remember those? Were you old enough to remember the one to grow ons that NBC would do?
No.
Oh, or no. I know it's not one to grow on. That was something else. It's The More You Know was NBC.
The more you know.
Yeah, because they would like Theo Huxtable would come up and he would say, every year, children are abducted and do this and do that. Oh, the more you know. And then it would be like this little star coming across the screen, and then it would
Oh,
nice glittery, the more you know. It was always something like informational kind of thing by an actor on NBC, whether it was, Cosby Show or, guy from Cheers or something. What's one to
Yeah.
grow on? One to grow on was something else. Oh, what was that? I know that was on something. 1, 2. So this is when I wish we had a person that could look this up for us. One to
Hey, I
grow.
mean, speaking of, like, we have a spot open if somebody wants to be the producer of the show. We're not paying anything, but if somebody wants to produce for us and be in the background, we can, say, hey, so and so, you want to look that up? Or, you can run games for us that we don't have to set up ourselves or anything like that. We're totally in the market for a producer that wants to do it every other Tuesday and every other Thursday morning.
Here it is. Jason Bateman did one in 1987.
There
He
you
must have
go.
been on in the mornings. It's been like Saturday morning cartoon thing. But it's the same thing. It's like little, you learn to be respectful and you got to be a nice person. You got to do this shit. Don't be a dick. Like right there, there's some dude on a boombox on a bus. And then it's Jason Bateman's here's like, there's a time and place for blasting music. And on a city bus is not it. And here's one to grow on. I'm sure everybody in my age bracket is going to know both of what I said, the one to grow on and the more you know.
I've never heard that.
It was very informative. I became a better person because of it.
Did you?
Nah, not really.
So you didn't. So you were fooling around.
No, I'm not goddamn Adam Sandler.
You were fooling around, and then you pulled yourself together, and you emerged as a better person.
I've always been the better person.
Oh, okay.
I've always been.
So
My whole life.
if somebody would have told us in January this year your podcast is going to solely focus on your hatred for Adam Sandler and Theo Huxtable, I would have been like, nah.
That is true. We have talked a lot about Theo Huxtable.
Yeah.
He was a great character.
So random.
Yeah.
I would have bet a million years. Like, no,
Yeah.
we're not going to speak one time about Malcolm Jamal Warner, but here we are.
Here we are talking about him and Adam Sandler and his god-awful movies. We were looking at the Rotten Tomato movies, the worst ever, and Adam Sandler movies, like,
Oh man, there was at least
They
20
were-
of them on there.
peppered on there.
It's
Even
pretty wild.
though
I mean, I like Adam Sandler, but
I like Adam Sandler too. Like, I like Adam Sandler the man. I hate his movies. 90% of his movies. But we were sitting there in the break room when King of Queens was on, and Kevin James was gagging on the dental impression. That was freaking hilarious. Just the funniest shit. He was hilarious in King of Queens.
yeah.
But as soon as he hopped on Adam Sandler's backside and did his movies, he's not funny anymore. Like,
Dude, do you remember when Adam Sandler was in the Cosby Show?
oh, vaguely.
He made a couple appearances in a few episodes with
Wasn't
Theo
he-
Huxtable.
He was Theo's friend. That's right. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
So random.
That is
Yeah, he was
very
like friends with
random.
Theo. It's so
Yeah.
fucking weird. I can't believe that. What the hell?
Oh, the how
The
everything.
more
What's
you
that?
know.
The more you know, it's one to grow on. Everything
That's
goes in,
right.
in a full circle kind of thing. Life is a life is a
Highway?
circle,
Oh,
or what's it? What's that? What is that saying? Something about life in a
is a
circle.
highway.
Well, yeah, life is a highway, and I want to ride it all night long.
I don't know what you're talking about. Life is a circle. I've never heard that.
Is it? There's some, or maybe it's Circle of Life. I'm thinking of that was Lion King,
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah.
No, life. Something about life is a uh, life is a circle. Right here. It means. Oh, it's a song. Fucking hell. All right, never mind.
I
By
will say
somebody
this.
named Damian Marley.
Life is a fragile bitch, man. Have you ever heard of Comic Storian?
Not until I heard that he died.
Yeah, I've been watching that dude's YouTube videos for decades.
I honestly don't. I saw a picture of him, and he does not look familiar, but that doesn't mean I haven't seen any of his stuff.
I mean, he didn't really appear in his YouTube videos much, but he was my go-to guy for learning about anything. If I needed to learn about a superhero, Comic Storian.
Oh wow! I heard it was what his wife said. It was a unfortunate accident.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wild shit, man. Rest in peace, Comic Storian.
Yeah, indeed.
All right.
Com-
On that note, let's move forward, man. Let's talk about the thing of the summer that people for some reason enjoy. I enjoy them, but I loved learning about why we enjoyed them, and we're going to talk about fireworks.
Fireworks are exciting.
Yeah, but I wanted to know, what was it? What got us to why are we so into that? Like, what about them? What do you think?
I mean, without looking it up, I mean, like me personally, I just like the colors. I like the. Well, we were even talking about this the other day. Like, if you just watch fireworks, they're cool. I like the colors and the banging and the little sparklies, like when they would pop up and then they do that, sound. But when I was standing there at Sheets, pumping gas, and I was looking at the fireworks that were going on Saturday night, and there was music playing. I'm telling you, regular fireworks are cool, but you add music to fireworks, that just adds a whole nother element that I never knew about.
Yeah, it's something I never experienced
And it was
before.
Usher. It was Usher and oh, I don't remember the song. It's one of his catchier songs. I can't remember the name of it.
Just like the thought of you standing there eating your sandwich, just listening to Usher over the
And
unexpectedly.
I might have been
listening to Usher.
I might have been jamming a little bit. I feel like I was like shaking my shoulders a little bit. Yeah, because Usher's got some catchy tunes.
Just the thought of that happening organically without you planning it brings me so much joy.
Well, I'm glad. I like to bring joy to people.
So, okay, so this says here that according to Daniel Glasser, who is a neuroscientist, fireworks invoke fear in people, and that's why we like them. The same
Huh.
reason that people watch horror movies. We like being scared for some reason. The bright flashes signal an impending bang, activating the brain's fear center, which is the
Ooh,
amygdala. The anticipation followed by the sound releases dopamine,
good
which is
old
your pleasure
dopamine.
center.
That
So
is a
unlike predictable thunder, fireworks provide a controlled scare. Humans enjoy them, dogs do not.
Dogs definitely do not. My dogs bark like crazy. I feel like it's a time when a lot of dogs get lost is around this time because they just take off running because they're scared.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But this also says that because of their novelty, they produce unique colors from the metal salts that are inside them that we do not typically see with our naked eye. So that's why they look so unimpressive when you're watching them on TV, because screens don't pick up those pigments that we can see when we're seeing them in person.
Right.
Which is why if you're ever seeing anybody filming fireworks, that's just gay. Don't why you do
It's
that.
stupid.
I saw a TikTok one time. I think it was Josh Peck. He just walks up to a random person and just like, "Hey, do you have last year's fireworks display on your phone that I could watch?" Like, and it's like literally, I've never rewatched firework videos ever.
No, I haven't either. I had no desire to. It just makes no sense to do it. At the time, you feel like you need to, but then even a half hour afterwards, I'm sure people are like, "No, that was really stupid." People got to film everything anymore. Every little thing. Well, I got to film it. No, just sit back and enjoy. Just watch.
That's the way to do it, man. I have zero interest, and I may have talked about this on the show before, but like that thought process right there, and I blame virtual reality for this because I have been able to experience, like 360-degree views of places that I don't go to. You know what I mean? And the very first time that I realized because I really wanted to go, like, let's say, just for example, like Star Wars Land and Universal. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Everything about it sounds exceptionally great.
Right.
But when you get there, it's just going to be terrible. I'm sure it's cool to see.
Yeah.
But when you look to your right and you look to your left and you just see strollers and other people, that are just fat and sweaty and bitching and moaning and
Kids crying.
kids crying and
People are grumpy.
taking their wallets out and everyone's eating food. And I'm just like, this takes you out.
Mm-hmm.
You're now realizing that you are at a place that is not immersive. I did this in VR when I went to I took a 360-degree view through Harry Potter World.
Right.
And it was wall to wall human garbage. Like and I was like, there's no way. Like, if I can ever afford to get there, I need to be able to afford to buy the place out for just me.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't they do those? They do private tours, but you got to have. It is basically like buy the place out.
Right. And like that's the only way I'm going to be able to enjoy it. And now, given the opportunity, I'll go, but it's not going to be at its peak. And I feel the same way about everything else. Like, if I'm going to go to see like the Grand Canyon, I'm not going to take pictures of it, man. Why are you taking pictures of the Grand Canyon?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you taking pictures of the monument? Why are you taking pictures of the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Just buy a postcard. Somebody's already got the picture.
Mm-hmm.
The best picture you can get of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why do you need that? Why do you need to have your phone on you to be like, let's take a picture of this? That's dumb.
I agree.
Phones
Totally
are for screenshots. Screenshots are the handiest thing that has ever come out of any kind of technology.
I agree. Sorry, I was in a total yawn there. You weren't boring me. I just was in a
No, you're fine. But that's just the way I
say dead air. But I completely agree with all of that.
Are there times to take pictures? Absolutely. If you're in a car accident, you have a phone right on you. If you see something that you're like, I need to remember this, good, take a picture of it. If you want to take a picture of your kids, great. I'm fine with that.
Like, I have like 50 pictures from last year at wrestling. Well, we went to a Raw, and there's, tons of pictures and videos. And I'm looking back at it now like, what's the point? I
Right.
I literally have that episode recorded on my phone or on my TV. Like, I spent all that time taking pictures when all I needed to do was just sit there and just watch.
That's the
But
appeal. And
you just
it didn't hit me either, man, until I saw Blink in concert. And I have like 4 pictures on my phone.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why did I even try to take those? Because the next day I found somebody else who had way better pictures.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm just going to take these. And I said, this was the show that I was at. These aren't my photos, but this is where I was.
Mhm. It's nice to have at least a couple pictures just to do the old I was here, but to have more than 5 pictures, I feel is way too many.
Yeah, but I'd rather have pictures of some of the
Yeah.
same show, but are better,
Yeah.
closer.
But no, you still got to have pictures of where you were sitting. I feel you got to have that.
I mean, I had a few, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
And
like
that's
at the
and
same,
that's enough. Yeah, that's more than enough. You
you know,
don't
I went to
need.
those 2 Penguins games. I don't have a single picture of it.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said,
You know,
I'd take a picture where I was sitting, and then that's good. But like I said, I got so many pictures of like every match, and I'm like, why? Like even the one that we did in state college, I was like, I spent all that time videotaping Drew McIntyre coming down. Yeah, and that's like, yeah, it's cool, but I'm not gonna really go back and watch it. Like I should have just stood there and just watched him in
right.
all of his
And
Scottish glory.
I can remember you know, a guy. It was some random guy. I think I know who it was, but it was just a real random moment. I think I was like delivering pizzas or doing something, and I happened to be walking somewhere, and I was looking at my phone, and I was either trying to get a hold of the customer or doing something, but it must have looked like I was filming something
Uh-huh.
because this guy looks at me and he goes, "You're gonna watch the world go by on that thing," and I
Oh,
thought, "What?" I said, "I'm looking at the time." He goes, "Just saying," and he just kind of went on his way.
oh, I'd have thrown the fucking phone at him. Like, fuck you, man.
I mean, whatever, but like
Uh,
that stuck with me a little bit in
Yeah.
terms of like
I mean,
what
he
don't.
does have a I mean, he did have a decent point, but still, he can go fuck himself.
Yeah, I just thought, like it makes sense to a degree. Like, don't why are you spending all your time filming stuff?
Mhm.
That's why. I just think it's dumb. If you're gonna
Yeah,
go to a place, like, don't watch the Grand Canyon through your phone screen.
yeah. Like, when you go on Facebook and you see people like, "Here was our, concert. Here's 95 pictures," that they upload on Facebook. And it's like, who's gonna go through all those? Like,
No, yeah, nobody. You need
Um,
one.
yeah. And then, my buddy Joe, back to wrestling, he went to WrestleMania. He put 2 pictures. He's like, "Yep, we were at WrestleMania. Here was our seat. Here was this. That's it." He keeps it so short and sweet, you know, and that's the way to do it. He's onto something. It's like you don't need, like I said, family things, that's one thing. Like family picnics, I think things with family, with your kids, I can see multiple pictures. But yeah, like
Pictures
you
used
said,
to
like,
mean something.
yeah, but like pictures that, of attractions, like you said, like going to Disney or Universal. Yeah, I'm gonna take 20 pictures of the Millennium Falcon. Why? One picture's enough. You know, like
So
your ultimate photo album is your brain. How about that?
you're yeah.
That that's the way to look at it.
And I recently came across a song. Trying to find the name of it now. And man, is it like a truth bomb? Oh, it's called "Look On Up" by Reliant K. And the lyrics in it are kind of about that.
Oh.
And the I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the very first thing is the very first lyrics of the entire song is, "I remember when a photograph was worth 1,000 words." He goes, "Now
Mhm.
1,000 pictures come my way every day, and I
Mm.
like them all the same, and they can't take my breath away."
Mm. That's deep and truthful.
Right.
Yeah. I
And
totally
it's
agree.
true. Like what back in the day, like I remember I got into a car accident one time, and the guy got out of his car, and he had like a. I admired. I mean, despite the shock of it all and the fact that my car was totaled and all that shit, this guy gets out of his car and has a disposable camera.
Nice.
And I mean, this is 2015. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And he just like starts cranking on a disposable camera, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, That's like watching somebody use a payphone. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just not.
Does anyone develop disposable cameras anymore? I wonder if you can. I'm sure you
Yeah, I
got. You
think
can
you can
still
take them
do
to
it.
Walmart still.
Do they do it? Okay.
I think so. I'm not 100% positive.
Yeah. Speaking of
But
Walmart,
now,
I just did. Oh, go ahead. I don't know if you were gonna.
no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say now they have digital cameras that are physical things
Yeah.
that look like disposable cameras and take pictures like disposable cameras and only have enough memory to hold 24 pictures. So when you
Hmm.
take the picture, it looks exactly like a disposable image, and you upload it, and you have to upload all of them onto the computer just so you can get your 24 images back. And they
Hmm.
look the same as if you were to buy a disposable camera, but it's like a maybe 40 to 50, maybe even higher dollar piece of equipment that mimics that.
Gotcha.
So weird.
That is weird. I know Izzy's got a. It looks like a regular camera, but it's a Polaroid, and you could. I
Oh,
think you
yeah, yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We got random pictures. She hasn't used it in years, but it was kind of cool. Bringing back the old school Polaroid picture. I
Good
like
old
that.
Polaroids, man. That was the
Yep.
shit.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture, in the words of Andre 3000. I think it was it on? Yeah. Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
Outcast.
Outcast. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
So what were you gonna say about Walmart?
Shit, I don't remember. I was very excited though.
Yeah, he says, speaking of Walmart.
Yeah, speaking of Walmart, I got nothing. It's gone. It is totally gone. It'll come back to me
Yeah.
because we were talking about pictures and we were talking about Walmart, and I said, speaking of Walmart, well, yeah, who knows? Well, when it comes back, I'll scream it again. And
All right. Well,
uh,
um,
yeah, so yeah, back to the appeal of fireworks. So I don't think I've ever been. Well, no, I'm sure I was afraid of fire. I was afraid of everything when I was a kid.
well, it's not that you're afraid of it. It's just that like
The,
nowadays, but I'm sure my son I don't know. I don't remember how he was last year or anything for fireworks. I don't think I saw fireworks one time last year.
I haven't seen him in years. Izzy has never been interested in fireworks. Zero interest, even as a young lass. We'd be like, "You want to go see the fireworks? Fireworks and parades. No desire. Never. She's
Parades
never.
are lame.
Oh, parades are very stupid. I don't. And I know we've talked about this on here before, but it's like, I mean, if you don't have a family member in it, then you're an idiot for going. I'm sorry. But it's like fire truck, band, fire truck, local politician, fire truck, band, band. Then I don't know if do the Shriners still drive around with the snake coming out of the motorcycle and the snake shoots the water at people?
I mean, probably.
I mean, that I love that part. That evoked fear in me. Was always that part because you would hear when you would hear the Shriners coming down the street. I'm like, oh, I'd be like so scared because I'm like, oh, the guy in the scooter with the snake is gonna come and he's gonna shoot me in the face, and he usually never did. I think he probably saw how idiotic I looked.
I just like
And
I don't get. I don't
I
get the
never
appeal
understood
of it.
no. Nope. I was in one parade, I think, all my life for Little League All-Stars. No, it would have been Senior League All-Stars. I didn't make Little League All-Stars. I never even got nominated. I was so pissed. My last year of Little League, I had a damn good year. I led the team in home runs. I didn't even get nominated for All-Stars. I was pissed. I don't think I would have made it, but still. That's a different rant for another day. But I did make Senior League All-Stars, and I was in the parade for that. We got to ride in a flatbed and wave to people. I think we threw candy at people.
I just think, is that what it is? Like, I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
so deeply embedded in like culture that like I don't even know people stop and think about like why do we do this?
Yeah. I just assume it's just because somebody's family member is in it. Like if your kid's in it, well, yeah, you got to go. But the notion of a parade, I still don't get. I guess I get it. But I don't get it, if that makes sense.
Like something like the Macy's Day Parade, maybe, but like even that, it's just like, what are we doing?
I know. I don't know.
It's very odd.
It is
whatever. It is what it is.
I'm like I said, I'm glad Izzy's never had a desire for parades and but a little upset about the firework thing because I do like a good fireworks show.
But okay, so here's a question: do you buy fireworks?
No.
You won't, no matter what.
Not no matter what. I just think it's a waste of money, and I'm afraid I'm gonna blow something off. Like I just be afraid that something will happen to me. Now, I did have an old coworker give me a shit ton of fireworks one year, and we set them off at my sister's house, and that was fun. And they were decent fireworks. I mean, what is that? Neppy's fireworks.
Neppies, yeah.
Yeah, and it was right after it was like the 5th of July. So, of course, everything was like 60, 70% off. And a dude bought like $100 worth of fireworks. And then he comes down and he's like, yeah, look at all these fireworks. I said, oh, that's cool. He just hands me a whole bunch. He's like, here you go. Oh, well, what am I going to do with these? He's like, well, you're going to set them off. And I'm like, well, I got to give you money for it. He's like, nope. So we went to my sister's that weekend and set them off. But I won't go buy fireworks. Like I said, I'm either going to blow something off or I'm going to start a forest fire or something. I've
always wanted to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I've ever seen are like, I've never set one off personally, but I love watching somebody shoot off Roman candles.
Yes.
And there was this couple years ago, I used to go to a local fireworks display. Like it wasn't one that was put off by any city.
Mm-hmm.
It was put off by people. Just random people. And it was in Reynoldsville. And it was probably one of the greatest fireworks displays I've ever seen. And these people would go and get like a full-on like fireworks board and just put it off at their house. And it was just insane. It had to have cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And it was fantastic. But before they did that, we viewed it close, literally right across the street is where they were from where we were. So before they did their fireworks display, they had a Roman candle war.
Ooh.
What a spectacle.
That would be kind of scary, I would think.
Absolutely insane. They had flares on either end. They would light flares, like a whole bank of flares. And like they just stayed lit for the whole time. And you would just grab Roman candles and big stacks of them and just fire them off at each other. It literally looked like a Harry Potter war. It was crazy, the amount of just like that was something I had on my phone filmed and I watched frequently. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That would be film worthy. Yes.
Yeah, because it literally looked like a Harry Potter movie. Like people just flinging wands and looked like spells coming out the end. I was like, this is fucking nuts. And dudes getting blasted in the face with fireworks. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's super dangerous. That sounds.
Oh, it was so dangerous, but I loved watching it.
Yeah. I do remember doing Roman candles once. and I was scared shitless. Because it took me till I mean, I was like 25 years old, and I was still wearing protective gloves when I did sparklers because I didn't want the sparks to hit my hand. It hurt. I'm exaggerating, of course. I wasn't 20. I was 15, but whatever. I can't remember how many years ago it was, but somebody did the Roman candles, and I mean, of course, it was with other like cool people wherever I can't remember where in the hell I was. So I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it." And the whole time I'm like, "Don't pee your pants, don't pee your pants." And it was kind of cool, but I have no desire to do it again. And
I
I
forget. I'm trying to find it right now. The Roman candle grandma. Have you ever seen her?
the Roman candle grandma. I don't think the one firework video that I always laugh at is when the people set off the fireworks and there's Terry in the wheelchair. Have you ever seen that?
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Oh my god, because it starts setting off and Terry's on this motorized wheelchair. And there's like the guy keeps screaming, he's like, Terry, oh god, you gotta move, Terry.
I may have seen that.
Oh, he's like, put it in reverse, Terry. It's fantastic.
Is it? That
so
sounds like it's
fun.
from. Isn't that from
Oh my
the
god.
show Reno
From a
911?
It might be, but I mean, this is right here. It is. Here's the video. Oh my god, I gotta send it to you. Oh my god! But you're a Roman candle grandma. I
It's
feel like
coming
I
your way
probably
right
have.
now.
Okay.
It's so short. It's like 7 seconds long. But this grandma, she has she's firing off a Roman candle, and she has the exact same reaction every time.
uh, oh my god! Why won't it work? Old woman. Oh my god! I've never seen. Oh. Oh. Oh, I love it. Love it. Let's see. Put it in reverse, Terry. Here we go. I feel like you've had to have seen this.
I feel like I can already envision it in my head.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god. All right. To Deej P. That is you. You're Deej P. When I put your contact in here, I didn't feel like typing your whole last name. I think
you're saved in my phone as lemon bag.
Lemon bag.
I'm kidding. You're not.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Oh my god. Sorry for the silence here, folks. It's just you got to watching these videos. They're great.
Just right in front of it.
It's right. And it's like setting off like right on him almost.
Oh my god. Put it in reverse, Terry. I've definitely seen that before.
Yeah. That guy just going off. I think the way he starts laughing. Oh man. It is just absolute gold.
Funny. Okay, so let's see
Okay,
here.
so what are we okay, so we're talking about the fear. Oh, and then here's what I said about the fireworks captivate because of their novelty and then the unique colors. Thanks. Oh no, we already talked about the metal
We
salts.
talked about that, yeah. But down here they have another little bit more information about it. The different elements produce different colors.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Strontium and lithium make red. Copper makes blue. Titanium and magnesium makes silver white. Calcium makes orange, sodium yellow, and barium green. And blue is the hardest one to produce. Go figure.
Yeah. That's interesting. I just saw, who was it? I think it was Jeremy. Just posted on Facebook about how you can make simple household products. You can, if you have a campfire and you can throw shit on a fire and it'll turn a different color temporarily.
Oh yeah, or you could just go buy Fun Flames.
Oh, I didn't know is that like
You never heard
No,
of
I've never
Fun
heard of
Flames?
no, never heard of Fun Flames.
Oh, I think that's what it's called. Fun Flames or Party Flames or something like that. You just buy it at Walmart and you throw it in your fire, it changes the color of the fire.
Oh, right there. Funky Flames.
Funky Flames. There you go.
Funky Flames, a 3-pack right there on Amazon. I've never heard of that. Well, look at that.
They're cool. They're cool as
That
shit.
is-
They work
that
really
is-
well.
I would love to do something like that. That sounds very fun. I love doing a campfire. I can never
yeah.
start a fire. I don't
Really?
know what it is. I'm horrible at starting fires. Maintaining fire, I mean, of course not. It's not like you need to be a genius to maintain a fire, but I can't start a fire to
Now,
save
I don't know
my
if you
life.
remember this or not, but here's my little tip to everybody out there listening. If you want the world's best fire starter, use a tea light candle.
Tea light candle.
Yeah, you know those little tea lights that you put inside a jack-o'-lantern?
Oh,
The little white candle in a little
Yeah.
tin? Get one,
Yeah.
get some of those. Get a whole, they're like $2.50 for like
we have
50.
a shit ton here.
There you go. So light one of those, put it at the bottom of your fire pit, and just start putting shit on top of it. Obviously not like to go out, but start putting kindling and shit on top of it. There you go. You got a fire starter that ain't going out anytime soon.
You've blown my mind. I had no
it literally
idea.
works so well.
That's awesome. That is totally awesome.
You know,
Huh.
and they're like the cheapest thing, and then they just burn down to nothing. You know what I mean?
That's wild. Huh.
I use them almost every time I have a fire, and they work like a charm.
That's great.
Throw some kindling on top of that. You know, just start building it up from small to big. There you go.
Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna use that. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna forget. I know I'll forget. I'll have to.
You could either do that, or you could use a toilet paper roll and some dryer lint.
Oh my god, yeah, because dryer lint are really flammable.
Yeah, just I always save my toilet paper rolls, and I just put them on top of the dryer, and then whenever I need to empty the dryer lint, I just stuff them inside the toilet paper rolls.
So much easier than because I'm like old school. I just use paper.
No, paper sucks.
Paper does suck. That's why I'm terrible at it.
You know what else is really good to use? Doritos.
I would never burn Doritos. Doritos is flammable.
Yeah. They're a great
Sounds-
fire starter.
It sounds like such a waste of Doritos, though.
I mean, it is, but
Yeah. But I mean, if you need to start a fire, then I
Yeah.
guess that's a good way to do it.
yeah, they work pretty well.
That is.
But
that's
tea lights
awesome.
are probably the easiest ones.
Yeah. I feel like we have a ton here somewhere. I feel like I just saw them too.
If not, man, you look pick them up at Dollar General. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They're just so easy to get, and they're
Yeah.
cheap, and they work really well, and they stay lit. You put them down inside the fire pit, like nothing. You know, as long as it's not real windy, you're good.
Mhm.
But I have a solo stove, so it's easy to light.
Oh yeah, those are easy. I've heard.
Yeah, because they're pretty much windproof. When nothing's
Mhm.
getting. You know, all you need to do is have a constant flame.
Yeah.
I have
Damn
a
it.
big solo stove and a mini solo stove. That's the most worth it thing I've ever spent money on.
Hmm.
I love that thing.
I've heard good things about them.
They're excellent, especially if you're more likely to have fires in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
They're super handy because they don't put off a lot of heat,
Right.
like outward. You know what I mean? So you're not like
Yeah.
burning up, but you're able to enjoy a fire, and it's mostly smokeless.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, as long as you do it correctly, there's not a lot of smoke involved, which is
Hmm.
really handy because we have them up on our porch under a gazebo. Um, but if you do it during the like fall or when it's starting to get cold,
Hmm.
you end up everybody ends up being fucking freezing because it's not very hot.
Right. Huh. Th- And smoke always drives me nuts because I always feel like when I'm sitting at a campfire, the smoke always follows me. It'll
Oh
start
yeah.
blowing, and it's like, ah, then you got to get up and you got to move. Then the wind changes direction, and you got smoke in your face, and then you come inside, and you got your clothes stink like smoke. So you got to go down, you got to wash them. And if you don't, then you lay in bed, and then your whole sheets smell like smoke.
Well,
Gets
Walmart just released their they released a Ozark Trail brand smokeless fire pit that's pretty much the same thing as a solo stove.
oh,
And it's only $100. It's less than $100.
wowzers.
97 bucks.
Okay, something to look
And
into.
definitely worth it. I would probably buy it. It's not as big as my solo stove is, but
Hmm.
I would probably buy one if I didn't have a solo stove already.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Well, there we go. I might be in the market for something like that.
Now, if you want like for $200, they have a solo stove. But it literally the same damn thing. I don't know why.
Yeah. See, we got lots of wood to burn too. We have a wood burner here in our house, but we don't ever really use it. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it gets a little stinky, and then you can't control the heat. You can't, like it'll be cool in here, and as soon as you start burning it, within a half hour, it gets to like 85 degrees.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it gets really
I
annoying.
do wish that I had like I love the appeal of having a fire in the house. Like I think that'd
Oh,
be really
it's
cool.
it's awesome. Yeah, we got it's just it's a little window, but it's enough that you can still see it,
Yeah.
and then we could open it up, you can, because it does have the thing where we can open it up and put a little screen there, then you can hear it crackling. I love the
Hell yeah.
crackling of fire. It's just so calming and relaxing, mesmerizing.
It's you know why? It tickles the primitive side.
The crackling wood tickles a primitive side.
Yeah, it's the prime nature of humans, you know what I mean? Like that was the first
Oh.
heat source, that we ever discovered.
Uh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like that's what we, survived on was fire.
Okay.
That's why it tickles our brain in a way that is appealing. That's why we like it.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, so anyway, uh no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
So
okay. Awesome.
yeah. But we didn't talk about where fireworks allegedly originated.
Hit 'em, Spuds.
It was the Chinese. Back in as early as 200 BC, they used firecrackers to scare off the mountain men. And it was also believed to drive away evil spirits. Mountain men and evil spirits. That's what the Chinese were afraid of in the days of yore.
So so back in the days of yore, a bird flies into a mud hut.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You create your window.
Yep.
You're also using fireworks.
Fireworks to
Crazy.
scare off the Chinese mountain men.
Ain't that
And the evil
something?
spirits. Don't forget about the evil spirits
The
too.
evil spirit, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So we almost went past that. I wanted to hit that up before we uh missed it. Because you got to always talk about how things started, who originated it. You know,
So
who was
here's a
the
new one.
yeah.
So the invention of gunpowder, the Chinese alchemists accidentally created gunpowder between 600 and 900 CE. What is CE?
A cave? I don't know. What is CE?
Oh, Common Era.
Oh. 600 to 900 common era. Okay, so CE. Oh, here's a little graph. So before Christ's birth was BC. Then BCE is more secular. Oh, okay, so it's just another way of saying AD. So you can say AD or you can say CE.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah. Because people
The
don't
year
want to apparently do, well, because of that whole BCE talk. That's just BC.
So you could say right now, this example would be you could say the year 2024 CE
CE. Yeah.
corresponds to right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I
When
guess
you
that's
say
more of
as the
the
crow
people that,
flies,
yeah, the people that don't want to reference uh, uh, Christ, I guess they can say CE
I'm
as
gonna
the
start
crow
putting
flies.
that. I'm gonna start putting that on our paperwork at work. 624 to 2024 CE.
CE. Uh, well, so now wait a minute. Okay, so wait a minute. So the Chinese alchemists accidentally created gunpowder, 600 to 900 CE. So they got the firecrackers 800 years before gunpowder,
How you
right?
how is how is that accidentally?
Well, look at all that. Remember the invention episode. Everything was accidental. Oh,
Yeah, but
I
like,
meant
what
to
were they
do this,
trying to
but
do?
maybe I don't know. I don't know what you would try to do that would actually
Oh my
accidentally create
god!
gunpowder.
And you want to know the answer?
I do. Of course I do.
Oh, it's so retarded.
Well,
Chinese alchemists. They were they were searching for an elixir of immortality. They were experimenting with various substances in an attempt to discover the secret to eternal life.
and then they ended up making gunpowder,
Yeah,
which did
so
the opposite effect on them.
during their experiments, the alchemists mixed together several ingredients: saltpeter, which is potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal. Each of these ingredients had specific properties. The saltpeter acts as an oxidizer, providing necessary oxygen for combustion.
Are you
And the
saying
salt,
saltpeter?
yeah,
Saltpeter. Okay.
is that not right?
I just want to make sure because you know how I am. I don't hear
Saltpeter,
so well.
salt,
Saltpeter.
saltpeter. I don't know what it is.
I
SAL
don't know. I agree. I
PER.
completely. I just wanted to make sure that that's what you were saying. I'm not
I thought
saying
you were
it's
gonna,
right or wrong.
I thought you were about to tell me it was wrong.
No.
Okay, so saltpeter acts as an oxidizer, providing the necessary oxygen for combustion, and the sulfur and charcoal provide carbon, serve as fuels to burn. So somehow they were like, this is going to provide us with eternal life.
And then they just fucking exploded.
So yeah,
Wonder if
they
they.
were combined and heated, and
Yeah.
it did not produce the desired elixir. Instead, it created a
Like you said.
powerful and
Yeah.
unexpected chemical reaction.
So like I said earlier, opposite effect. Here they thought they were going to get eternal life, and they blew their faces off right then and there.
And they're like, whoa, we can use this to make firecrackers. Dude.
They're really going to scare off the mountain men then. Wonder if the mountain men still existed in 600 to 900 CE. Or did they all get scared off by,
By the firecrackers?
yeah, by the firecrackers?
I don't know.
I don't know. It'd just be weird seeing a Chinese mountain man. Just, I don't want to sound, I don't know. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. Chinese mountain man.
I mean, I'm sure that I'm sure that they existed.
Oh, I'm sure. I guess everybody probably had a mountain man back in those days. If you had mountains, you got to have a mountain man. But I wonder what the mountain men did. Like, what was so scary about the Chinese mountain men? You know, the
Yeah, why were
Chinese,
they
yeah, Chinese mountain men. Let's see. Is there anything?
why were
Uh,
they so terrifying?
yeah. What is the Chinese proverb? No. Ooh, the Wushan man. No. Oh, that's not it. No. Chinese mountain man. Here it is by old David Gosselin. A couple years ago. It's just a freaking poem. He's a translator. Oh, screw you, David. Let's see. Who goes there wandering through the mist and the rain among the alpine crests and mountains' crystal streams? A Chinese mountain man treks up the steep defiles, and with him follows close, his pupil short of breath. Oh, this guy can screw off. They don't do anything. It's like they just walk around a mountain. Wrestling World.
So
Yeah. I got nothing on it. What I don't know. Do you have anything on a Chinese mountain man?
I do. It says the reference to Chinese mountain men in the context of early firecrackers likely pertains to various threats by people from China, such as bandits, wild animals, or even possibly enemy tribes.
Huh. There's a Chinese band called Shanren that made music of the Mountain Men a couple years ago. They do
Oh
not look
yeah,
like they do not look like mountain men at all. They are quite the opposite of mountain men.
I mean, yeah, none of them really look like mountain men.
Oh, look at those guys. The bassist, Sigao Allah.
Speaking of something that reminded me of you, there's a video of a little girl and the mother was like holding up a picture of Jesus, and she goes, "Who's this?" And she goes, "Ooh, Dumbledore." And I said, "Well, if it isn't Spuds McGamble."
It's like, who is that? I don't remember what you said the guy's name. I was like, what? Spuds McGamble. And that's the Hogwarts.
That's the Hogwarts.
Now that there's the Hogwarts, right?
That's Uncle Ass.
Oh man. So let's see.
Uncle Ass. Dude.
Let's see.
Your face, man. you you were so surprised.
Well, I thought that's what she said because it's like, yeah, I have a nickname. It was Uncle Ass. I'm like, Uncle Ass. They're like, no.
God damn, man, that was your face was so shocked. Like you couldn't believe those words came out of her mouth. Uncle Ass. Like, what the fuck are we calling her that? Oh shit.
It's a great nickname, though. I mean,
You earned it, bud.
oh man. So
I'm gonna make my son call my brother Uncle Ass.
So once we get those fireworks in the air, we can thank the Italians for that in the 1830s because they developed the aerial shells, enhancing the fireworks colors and shapes using metallic powders. So the Chinese invented it. The Italians took a while, but the Italians upgraded it. Yep.
Dude,
yep.
you want to know what else they did? The same exact thing too.
Which ones, the Italians or the Chinese?
The Chinese invented, the Italians perfected.
Ramen noodles.
Oh, close. Pasta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The pasta was invented by the Chinese, but upgraded by the Italians. That makes sense.
I guess.
That makes total sense. I don't even think gunpowder There's Marco Polo. Marco Polo brought fireworks to Europe in 1295, but gunpowder likely spread earlier via the Silk Road. I don't know. I'm not looking up Silk Road. I've Googled too much already today.
The Silk Road is a. You don't know what that is?
I don't know. It's all capital letters. I don't know.
It's the black market.
Oh, I never heard it called Silk Road.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that is.
Oh, okay.
It could have been. I don't know if that has a basis in something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if that's why the Silk Road is called the Silk Road.
Right.
Probably since it was back in 1295 with where the black market wasn't a thing, but I'm pretty sure it's either called the Silk Road or the Sylph Road.
Oh, Sylph Road.
Yeah, something like that.
Huh.
But yeah, like that has black market ties
Gotcha.
on the dark web. That's still a thing today, I'm pretty sure.
The dark web.
Oh yeah, the dark web is a thing, but I'm saying the Sylph Road I think it's Sylph Road now. But that's why it is that, because you can buy crazy shit.
Ah.
Yeah, as long as you have a little bit of Bitcoin, you can pretty much get in there and get whatever you want.
I have no Bitcoin.
But yeah,
I didn't even know Bitcoin was a thing anymore.
Oh yeah, you can buy it right on Cash App.
Oh. I got to get Cash App first.
You can throw Cash App in. You can get $5 in Bitcoin if you want to. It ain't worth shit, but
I have no desire for Bitcoin. I don't even like saying Bitcoin.
1 Bitcoin is worth so much money.
Really?
Yeah, 1 singular Bitcoin. Let's see if I can bring it up here. 1 singular Bitcoin is worth $66,974. Now $79. It's literally changing as we speak.
Just don't know. Like, who would, like, I don't know. I got too many questions about that.
I mean, there isn't really anything. Yeah, it's just unregulated currency, like, or I guess unregulated. I don't know.
No, I think that sounds about right.
It's just, yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. Like, you're not supposed to spend it, but people treat it like a stock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's because it changes constantly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not worth it.
Yeah. Oh, good luck to the Bitcoiners.
So Marco Polo, he was responsible for that, for fireworks. He's also responsible for China, or for pasta.
Wow. And the pool game, the game in the swimming pool where you yell Marco Polo. I'm sure he had something to do with that.
What? Yeah, what is that?
I have no idea.
I know what it is, but
yeah, like I don't know what it is about. Like, why do you yell Marco Polo in the pool? Like, what is it about him? Did he do something in the water? I don't know. Like, I don't get it. He was a man of many talents, apparently, old Marco. Marcus.
But like, yeah, I need to know why that's a thing.
I never liked playing Marco Polo in the pool. I didn't really like playing any pool games. Like, I just wanted to just stand there.
I like water polo.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, yeah, you don't. I don't know. Pool games are. I don't really care to go swimming all that much, to be honest.
No, me neither anymore. I could take it or leave it. Because if you go to a community pool, it's gonna be 50% pee.
Or shit, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. Like I said, there was a one time it made us look guilty as shit. Because me, Autumn, and Izzy all left the pool. We just decided we're gonna leave. Like, we're just gonna, time to go. And we were kind of walking out rather fast. And as we're walking out fast, I hear the lifeguard being like, somebody's shit in the pool. We got to close it. And it just looked like we were like literally the only ones leaving. It almost looked like we were the ones that were guilty of it. It was just perfectly timed.
I don't know if you told me that story. Who was
Yeah.
responsible?
I have no clue.
Then
Yeah.
why? So,
But I
you
just
were leaving at the time? Like,
yeah, we were just like it was just the way that we were walking out in a like we were briskly walking out as everyone was saying the pool, somebody shit in there, that made us I feel like people looked at us at first like we were like the initial suspect. That I bet you it was them because of the way they're leaving. They look like they're guilty as shit. Like there's one of the three of them pooped in the pool. But I have no
Wow.
idea who did it. I know we didn't do it, but it just had that because as we're walking out, I was like, I feel like people are gonna think that was us. And then Autumn's like, well, it wasn't us. I'm like, oh, I know that, but I still have that feeling that we're gonna get nabbed as potential people.
I mean, yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand why you thought that.
Yeah. I thought about it a lot, even though I had nothing to be guilty of. It was just that we looked guilty. So weird. I don't know. I don't know how I mean, that was freaking, I don't know, 8 years ago. I think Izzy wasn't that old. She was probably 7 or 8. She's one of those that had that look, the young kids, that look like they, she was young enough that I feel like, people did give us a look like, I wonder if it was them.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
That's
Anyway,
wild.
that is,
All right.
yeah.
So, the sound that you hear when fireworks explode is not only a lesson in science, but it is specifical. Specifical. Holy shit! Special specific chemical layers and elements create the whistling, sizzling, and booming sound of fireworks. So,
I love the sizzling.
oh yeah, me too.
The sizzle is the best one. I don't like the loud boom one. That one's
Ooh,
a
I
little.
like that one. The one that's just a flash of light that's just
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Yeah,
No.
there's no color or nothing. It's just a big flash. Just
Yep.
it's just so weird. Like
Uh,
what if we just had one that had no color?
It's
Just
gonna be a flash of light and then just a loud ass just bang boom.
pow. Did I tell you what the coolest thing I ever saw in terms of fireworks? I've never seen it again since that. I think maybe 2 years in a row. Treasure Lake puts on a pretty good fireworks display every year. So many people go to it. It's like as big as Brockway.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's huge.
Yeah.
Like thousands of people were there. And one year they had a fireworks waterfall, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Ooh, that does sound cool.
Yeah, it was a big line, that went across the thing, and it's like basically just a giant sparkler, and it just had like a wall of sparkles that went down. It was so cool.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I saw it like 2 years in a row. It must have been expensive or must be highly coveted because I never saw it again.
I bet you that would be very expensive. Totally worth it though, it sounds though too.
Oh, it was so neat, man. I absolutely loved it.
Huh. Yeah,
And it all sounded like that crackling, sizzling noise.
I love that's my favorite is those ones that do that little sizzle. The whistling ones I could do without.
I
mean,
like those ones.
Yeah, I mean it's okay, but I could do without them, but I don't mind them. Yeah, I'm just the one that likes the color, and I like the sizzle.
Yeah, the sizzle ones are dope.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. So now we got the environmental impact of fireworks. So they do release harmful pollutants, including heavy metals and dioxins, which pose health risks. I mean, I never really thought of that. I mean, I knew they would be dangerous on account of the explosion, but not really so much the pollutants and the dioxins.
Man,
That never really crossed my mind.
fucking Disney, man.
What Disney do about? Did they do this?
I mean,
Oh,
the amount of fireworks that Disney
they do.
uses.
Yeah, because don't they do a fireworks show like every night?
Yeah.
A lot of pollutants. I like to say the word pollutants.
Pollutants.
Pollutants. Huh. Yeah, I never. I never thought of that. Crazy stuff, man.
I know. I mean, yeah, Disney. Trying to find the information.
Huh. Well, while you're looking at that, and here's one that's not very. I mean, that's kind of common sense that fireworks cannot be recycled due to their toxic components. Proper disposal involves soaking in water and following local guidelines. Why would it be local guidelines? I mean, you would you'll think local, like all the guidelines are going to be the same no matter where. Like, what is Clearfield and Du Bois as guidelines going to be opposed to, or different from uh, State College? It's like, oh well, yeah, this is how we do it. I don't know. That just doesn't seem right. It feels like it should be more of a not federal, but just like standard guidelines that everybody should follow.
So, yeah, that's weird.
It is.
Yeah, they should be standard. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah, I don't like how it says local guidelines. It's just seems like some people are going to be would get away with other, with certain things. Like, well, yeah, you're supposed to do this, but we're local. We're going to do it this way. It just
So,
seems like you could get away with stuff.
according to the Boardwalk Times, Disney spends $50 million annually on fireworks.
Damn.
This works out to be about $1 per guest, with each park goer paying around 98 cents toward the cost of nighttime fireworks. For example, the Magic Kingdom show costs $41,000 to $55,000 per night.
No wonder it's so damn expensive to go to Disney. Just for that alone.
Dude,
Ridiculous.
per night, $40,000 to $50,000 worth of fireworks. That's why
That's
Florida's so
insane.
hot.
Yeah. It's the damn fireworks. It's all the
Just build a
damn
hole in the ozone layer, just thinning the
wow.
veil. God, man, that's redonkulous.
It is.
All right. Eco-friendly development. Chemists are working on a more environmentally friendly fireworks using substitutes like iodine and boron. Me personally, and I just saw this. I don't know if you watch. I'm pretty sure you don't, but I watch the Great Christmas Light Fight.
Heard of it? No, don't watch it.
Okay, so I also watch America's Got Talent, and the reason that they correlate is because I saw one of the winners of the Great Christmas Light Fight was recently on America's Got Talent, and they got a golden the elusive golden buzzer on their performance, and it was these people that have like a drone show. Have you seen these people?
No.
Like people that do this?
Mm-mm.
So instead of fireworks, they basically have millions of dollars worth of drones that are coded to put on a show in the sky.
I'm lying. I have seen this now. Never mind. I do know what you're talking about.
And it's super cool
Mm-hmm.
and super mesmerizing and way more environmentally friendly than fireworks.
I agree.
And I feel like after the initial cost of buying drones, like it would be way cheaper to just put on a drone show. Just hire this company to come do a
Mhm.
drone show for you.
I'm trying to think of where I saw this. I feel like wasn't all that long ago. I just saw this a drone show, probably TikTok, and it did seem rather cool.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that would be the proper than looking up, trying to find different ways to blow up fireworks and just
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like likely usually what happens whenever you try to find something cheaper, it doesn't look as good
Bingo.
or it doesn't go over as good. You know what I mean?
Cheaper's never better. Cheaper's very rarely ever better. Or cheaper and safer and eco-friendly and healthier. Anything to make things better is never going to actually be better. Like we talk about with food. Yeah, this damn, wheat pasta and no. Well, it's healthier. We're trying to make it safer and blah blah blah. Same with this stuff. We're gonna make it a little safer, a little more. No, it's all the same. If you're gonna try to make it, you know, safer and healthier, it's gonna suck.
Well,
It
yeah,
really
just
is.
think about it like this. You take a scenario where you got like let's say I say, "Hey, you get to live forever. You're not going to die, but you have to eat just this one specifically designed food for the rest of forever that's designed to sustain you, keep you alive, doesn't have any taste." Most people are going to say no.
I would definitely say no.
You know what I mean? Like to live forever, some people are going to say yes, but eventually you're going to miss food, man.
Hmm.
That's the problem. Now, if you are born and raised on this one thing, you won't ever miss food. But
That's
that's just
true.
the problem. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's where you put value in different things. Like if I were to say to you, "Hey man, like I'm going to give you $1 billion, but you don't get to wake up tomorrow." You know what I mean? Are you going to take that money? No,
No,
you're not.
no, no.
So that is what it is. You either live your life enjoying the dangerous things and just be like that's the future's problem, or
Yeah,
you.
quite selfish, but I kind of go that route sometimes.
I
My,
mean, you have to. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it
yeah, I
sounds like
have
Monday's problem. That's what you gotta
mm,
constantly live your life doing because
right
otherwise you're gonna end up with politically correct fireworks.
that are gonna just probably blow.
Yeah, just be duds, or they're gonna
Yeah.
be like, everybody, come gather around this giant field and watch this fireworks display through your AR glasses, and it's just nothing, like
Yeah,
nonsense. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'd like to see what these look like. The iodine and boron fireworks. See how different it would look. I'm gonna say it's probably quite significant. Would be
I would
my
say so.
initial guess.
That's why
Yeah.
they're not heavily being produced. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's some
Ooh.
it's these chemists, these alleged eco-friendly chemists that are just like trying like they're trying so hard.
Mhm.
Like, dude, check out these fireworks, and they blow up, and they're like, "Isn't that cool?" And they're like, "Okay, maybe."
The sympathetic people are like, "Yeah, buddy, these are just as good."
And like
You gotta
some other guy walks in with a couple guns, and he just like, "Let's go watch the fireworks show," and everyone's like, "All right, cool. We got real fireworks over here, not that fucking healthy kind." Like,
So you want the ones made with gunpowder, or you want the ones with iodine and boron? Isn't boron like something that they wash clothes with? No, that's borax. No, borat?
borax,
No,
yeah,
borax, yeah.
borax though burns green. That's probably what that is. Borax is a brand, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Hmm. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think borax. Yeah, borax burns green if you were to put it in the fire,
Okay.
but I don't know if it explodes green. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the reason that they probably do is because the chemical reaction with what they're using, like, probably lasts a minute.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? It probably lasts longer. You know, that's probably the problem with these eco-friendly ones. They're like, wow, cool, for like 0.2 seconds. So you're probably going to maybe what this is,
Mhm.
maybe, is that these are beautiful as normal fireworks, but they are shorter.
Maybe. Let's see. Iodine fireworks. The science behind firework colors. Nah. I was trying to see if there was any videos of it, and that doesn't look like it. I might, if I stand here or sit here and look, maybe, but meh. We'll just hope that doesn't, or that hopefully. I guess I should say that. I guess essentially, hopefully, these iodine and boron ones do look just as good. That would be nice, and then you can have them all you want and not have to worry about destroying the environment.
Or the problem is that they're going to be like, these eco-friendly ones are millions and millions of dollars more
That'll be the
expensive.
thing,
Like,
yeah. Yep, that'll be the thing. Like, these are much safer, but they're also going to be, 300% of what the other ones are. Fuck you.
like, yeah, they're like, these are gluten-free fireworks. Like, whoa.
Gluten-free. Gluten-free fireworks. Name of our episode, Gluten-Free Fireworks.
There you go.
See, now this one I don't understand. Historical celebrations. Americans have celebrated Independence Day with fireworks since 77, featuring elaborate displays and festivities. So what, America hasn't... So, before 1977, we never did fireworks on the 4th of July? That's what it sounds like to me, right?
I mean, probably.
I mean, that's before my time, I mean, I was born in 78, but still,
That
that's
doesn't
just...
sound right.
It doesn't sound right.
1977? Wait, hold on.
See, now all it has is just 77. It's got a hyphen and 77. So is it 19? Was it 1877?
1777.
Okay, because that's when... All right. So that's what I was wondering.
There's no way
It's
it
like,
was
why was...
1977. Just a few years before you were born.
But see, that's what see, that now that I think about it, that was really stupid of me to say 1977, because I just saw the height, or no, that's not a hyphen. What is that? An apostrophe?
An apostrophe, yeah.
Yeah, apostrophe 77.
Well, what a weird way, because I had this summarized, so why would they summarize that? Like, not
Yeah, it's like,
this.
just add the 17 to it. Yeah, because I mean, we did celebrate our independence then. All right, whatever. Dumb. Dumb way of saying it. And then this next one, we've already talked about how it frightens pets and people.
Some people, yeah, distress
Yeah.
and disorientation. And then,
I know, not to get on a serious note, but I know a lot of military veterans, that doing fireworks really, really messes with them. I know of 2 people off the top of my head that they can't do fireworks because they end up, like, serious, like, PTSD stuff goes on with that.
interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around PTSD, so I don't know. I mean, I get it. I understand it, but I can't wrap my head around how that would feel or be like.
Oh, it'd be, yeah. It's
I mean, I
definitely,
experience it with certain things, you know what I mean? But
yeah. But something like, to that degree, oof. That'd be an awful way to live, you know. You feel bad for them. But yeah, I feel like I have PTSD with some things, but not even remotely close to something like that. You know, like there'll be something that'll like trigger a little bit, but nothing to that degree. Oof. That would suck.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I can relate. There are many, many times, and just a normal, like, let's say, like a work weekend where I'm just like, I think Mitch might be angry with me, but like I literally have done nothing to him, so I don't know.
I'm never angry at anybody, dear.
That's just the way, but that's
Yeah.
just what my mind
Yeah.
says.
Oh,
Like,
don't do that. Don't do
I don't
that.
know. I can't
That breaks
stop
my
it from.
heart. That
I can't
breaks my
stop it
heart
from
thinking that you
happening,
would do
dude.
that.
Can't
Well,
stop
just
it
do
from
it.
happening.
Just do it. I'm
It's
telling you,
not
don't
that
do it.
easy.
Yeah.
I
You'll
mean, like I
know.
said, I don't act on it. I just, like there was that moment I was walking down the hallway and I said, "How we doing, Spuds?" And you literally just nodded your head at me and kept walking, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck did I do?" But
Hey, sometimes Spuds just likes to nod his head, you know.
hey, that's all good, man. I respect it, and I have it in my head where you just said like, "Don't you worry about me." I said,
Yeah.
"Okie doke, I will
Yep.
not." So I just kept going, and
Yep.
that was the end of that.
Yep. No. Life's too short to be mad at people. I'm never mad. Just sometimes I just like to be quiet. I just don't like
Hey,
to talk, you
hey,
know.
there's nothing wrong
Just
with
one
that,
of
man.
those, yeah. Like the less I say, the better. Not as in like not saying that what I'd say would be dickish. I don't know. That's just how I am. Sometimes I just don't want to talk. I just want to just stand and just stare like a
Hey,
weirdo.
I feel that, and my
Um,
my natural instinct is to try to cut the silence because that's
yeah.
just who I am. But
Yeah. Oh,
sometimes I'm just like, I'm not getting the vibe that needs to happen right now, so I
yeah.
just move on.
Yep. Sometimes the best sound is silence. Like I said, it's another was I'm like Ron Swanson. When
Yeah,
was it Ann Perkins asks him what his favorite oh my god, how's she say it? What's your favorite? It's not what's your favorite sound. Like what's your favorite activity? Oh, I can't remember how she says it now. And he just sits there and he's like silence. It would be much funnier if I can remember what the hell she asks him.
either
What
way,
his
it's a
Yeah.
very Ron Swanson esque
Yep.
answer.
Yep. I feel like me and Ron have quite a bit in common. Not a lot, but there's some things. And that's one of them.
So, akin to what you had said, it says fireworks can cause injuries and wildfires. And
Yes.
evidently, this article is older than dirt. So, we're going to give you the stat from
I'm
almost a decade ago in 2013. Oh, no. Oh, this will be over a decade ago.
Yeah.
11,300 people, which is pretty significant. And I'm sure it's much higher since then. 11,300 people were injured with many incidents around July 4th.
You're going to find this very shocking, but this article that I found from 2023, that number is not all that much higher.
Really?
In 2022, 11,500 emergency room visits were done, and there
Wow.
were 11 deaths. So I want
Wow.
you, what do you think? This is pretty easy. There's 5 different body parts that they talk about here. What do you think is the number one cause for the emergency room visits? What part of
Mm.
the body?
Oh,
Yeah.
fingers.
There you go. 29%. Hands and fingers.
Makes
Number
sense.
number 2. Oh, there's tied for 2 at 19%. What do you think
Feet?
is that?
I don't know.
Uh,
Feet.
yeah, we'll say feet because it says legs. Legs is 19%. And then there's another part that's 19%.
Buttocks.
That's 12%.
Oh.
Yeah. 19% head, face, and ears.
Okay.
So
What the
hands
fuck
and
are people
fingers
doing
are,
with fireworks?
yeah. And then eyes are 16%.
Okay. All
Yep,
right.
and then
Interesting.
yep, and then trunk and other is last at 12%.
Trunk.
Trunk. So trunk is like your midsection. Hey, you said buttocks. I'll put buttocks in the trunk. Yeah, she's got dumps like a no, that's that's a
Got
trunk.
dumps like a trunk.
Trunk. But yeah, trunk is like your midsection. But like I said, I'd add your butt to it. See there you go, hands and fingers. Of course, they do say that they can't really get the exact number. Get this shit. Okay, so sparklers. I was saying how I used to wear gloves for
Yeah.
sparklers. Well, there's a reason for that. Sparklers burn at a temperature of around 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
Sparklers.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's pretty nuts.
How nuts?
I wouldn't go the whole I would go let's see. I would say it's blue diamond walnut.
Oh, okay. Which is
Yeah.
what?
That's a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, 2,000 degrees a sparkler.
So that is 20.13% the temperature of the sun.
Damn. Who would have thunk that? Something as simple as just a simple little sparkler. But it does,
Yeah.
with it burning that bright. I always remembered that in, like, with, my old job, we dealt with oxygen, and that shit burnt at ridiculously high, degrees. And they'd always say, like, the white flame, the white flame was is the hottest flame.
Yeah, that's what
And
they say.
and those sparklers are pretty much raw white.
Hard to believe. 20.33%, man, of the sun.
Damn.
Crazy.
Wow.
Don't be touching the sparkler.
Don't touch the sparklers. Don't eat the raspberries and don't touch the sparklers. Or don't eat never eat raspberries. Oh, shit. That's good stuff.
So this is the perfect opportunity for you to tell me your story about how you almost died.
Oh, yeah. So 1995, I'm going to say, was the year. It was the year of the Clearfield Riverfront Festival. I think it was the first year they decided to do fireworks. So we are at the Market Street Bridge in Clearfield. To those who don't know, it would be close to where the movie theater is. It's like if you're at the Ritz Theater in Clearfield, it's that bridge that you can see. So we were at the Unimart, which is like right at the bridge, and it's right along the river. There was about, I don't know, 7,500 people standing there watching because it was across the river where the dented keg is now. That's where they were setting off the fireworks because there was no, I don't even remember what the hell was there at the time. I think it was a tool shop was there. But like
I'm
they
not
went,
sure.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was because it was an old business. They tore the building down and it was just basically just a parking lot, and then they built that building there. So that's not really the point of the story, but so they were setting off the fireworks down there at the opposite end of the river. So we're kind of watching them set the fireworks off, and the fireworks are going up and everything. Well, then all of a sudden, it was like a legit explosion happened, like flames, like fireball shot up, and we're like, oh. Then we got to thinking, we're like, I don't think that's normal. Well, whatever that caused their display to fall, and fireworks just started shooting all over the place. And like they were literally coming over across the river, and it was one of those, like, people started running, but my dumbass just kept staring. And then here came this firework literally coming right for it, because it was like bouncing off of vans. Like they were like shooting, and then they were like hitting cars, and then they were like going off. But I was so frozen in fear, I guess. And I can still picture a firework literally coming for my face. And luckily Don Westcott had the reflexes to grab me and then threw me behind a car, because it hit that car. And then it like
Holy
bounced
shit.
off. Yeah. And needless to say, we all, now that once I came to, it was scary as shit.
I'm sure.
But nobody ever talked about it ever again. It was one of those, it was like it happened, and like even like the year after, people would talk about it, and it was just like, nah, I don't remember that. It's like, well, no, it's like we were standing here like, no. Like people with the Riverfront Festival like never made it a point to be like, don't worry, what happened last year was a fluke. It was just like, no, the fireworks were fine. Everything went good and everything was fine. Don't worry about what happened last year. That was last year. Like there's nothing happened.
That's wild. I'm surprised you even still go to fireworks displays after that.
I know, me too. It surprisingly didn't put that much of a fear in me. But it was wild. Like I can still remember that, when you saw the explosion, then it was just like, ooh, and then it took like 4 seconds for that heat to hit you in the face. I think that's what really messed with me, was like that, because I'd never experienced anything like that before.
How hot was it?
It was pretty hot. Like it was like getting your face close to a campfire. It was like that kind of, but like you could feel it. That was the thing, you felt it hit your face.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it wasn't that. Because sometimes if you experience extreme heat quick enough, it'll make you piss yourself.
I don't think I pissed myself.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive I didn't, but it was hot.
There's it happens to some firemen.
Oh,
I guess that it's pretty likely that you could pee yourself if that happens.
if I were a fireman, I'd pee myself no matter what. If I had to go into a burning building, it wouldn't matter. I'd pee myself.
Fun fact,
Kevin
Smith wrote a comic book about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like Batman whenever he first started out as Batman. And I guess in the comic book he was putting some kind of like C4 explosive on a wall.
Okay.
And he blew it up. And he wasn't expecting the heat to be so extreme, so he pissed himself.
Oh.
So Kevin Smith wrote that into a comic book, and then and then people got so mad because he made Batman piss his pants.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I mean, you said he was his first go around as Batman, right? You said he was.
Yeah, it
fresh.
was like Batman Year One or something like that.
Yeah. I have no problem with it. Some people get so uptight about things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. No.
It's not worth getting upset about.
No, like all this shit. I'm seeing more acolyte crap. People shitting on it and everything. I did rewatch it. It got much better the second time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I was hoping it was going to be up this morning, but I guess it doesn't come out till 9. So
yeah,
that's dumb.
Yeah, and like I said, now I'm seeing all this hate, and now I'm like, all right, and you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm gonna force myself to like it because everyone's so pissed off about it, which I don't. I don't get it. I don't. Why? Why
Some
do you
people,
have to
man.
have so much anger towards a show or a movie? There's a lot of movies I don't like. There's all this Marvel stuff coming out. I don't like it, but I'm not gonna raise a fit and go online and tell people to boycott it and all this other stuff. Like, you know what you do? You just don't watch it.
Scroll on, buddy.
Yep.
Scroll on.
Yep. I
That's
don't
the way
hate
it is.
people.
This is the way of the world, man.
Yep. It's the way she goes.
Way she goes,
It's the
boys.
way she goes, boys.
Well, I think we're tapped out on fireworks, and we're about 2 hours deep, so we might as well
Hey, we are deep.
wrap her down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably a little under 2 hours on account of I think a lot of what we talked about at the very beginning is not going to make it to air.
Oh, you know what? That's probably true. That's okay.
But
I
yeah,
guess
yeah, I
did
think
start
we
about a
got
half hour early.
yeah. But yeah, we I feel like we taught a people a few things about fireworks and
I feel like I taught a putty cat.
yeah. uh,
Taught a people.
taught a people the gluten free fireworks.
That's right. Coming your way.
Uh,
Courtesy of Marco Polo and the
Marco-
days of yore.
Yep, and the Chinese mountain men.
That's right.
Yep, watch
The
out
li-
for the
The elixir of immortality. I had a Magic the Gathering card that was called the elixir of immortality.
I'm sure you did.
I did. It's a good one.
I'm sure. If
Take
I
a word for it.
yeah, if I could ever get into that kind of thing. I mean, I'm not into it now. I'll never get into it. But I can see the appeal. Like the Dungeons and Dragons thing we talked about the other day. I can
Yeah.
see it. I can see the appeal to it, but it's just not it's too late for me. It's
Yeah,
just
you're
not
at the
gonna
point of no
happen.
return now.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna be able to retain any of that stuff.
I saw a meme this morning that said, teach your kids to play Magic the Gathering and they'll never have money for drugs.
I'm assuming Magic is expensive, like buying cards and shit.
It's expensive and it's like
And
never ending.
time consuming too, right?
Not it can be time consuming, but my thing is that it's like it's constantly evolving, so you're constantly wanting to buy the new set.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Literally like 5 sets a year at a minimum.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And every new one is it's $100. Like
Oof. Well, that's why I didn't get into it. Probably saw the
It-
price.
it's
No, I don't know. I didn't.
excruciatingly expensive and
Yeah.
hyper addictive.
See, I didn't know anybody. When that was popular. When that started to become popular, I didn't know a single person that was into it, except my buddy Joe. But he lived too far away, so then I wasn't gonna do it for that.
Watch my friend Dan. He would come over and watch me and my friend Lane play.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a ton of cards. We had enough. We had, we would spend some time building some decks. It was a modest amount, a modest collection.
Mm-hmm.
And we played every Monday, and then we would do our podcast, and then whatever. My friend Dan would come over, and he would watch us play, and we taught him how to play. Dude, I have never. It was like watching somebody become addicted to heroin,
Really?
and watch their life downward spiral.
No shit.
Yeah, because this man was on disability. He was a single father,
Mm-hmm.
and he just came over, and he would watch us play, and then the next week he's like, oh, I bought my own deck. And then like the next week he would bring over his like binder of cards. He's like, I got a whole bunch of cards. And then next thing I know, he's got 3 decks. You know what I mean? Then he's got 7 decks, and he's got 20 decks.
Damn.
And then he's got all this dice and all this stuff, and he's playing it on his iPad. And then, in just like a few months' time, he's like, oh, I'm going out to a tournament over in Butler. Like, bro, what? You're going to a
Golly.
tournament? And then you come back and be like, I won that tournament and I got more cards. And, next thing you know, he's like waiting for the next release and yada, yada, yada. And I went over to his house one time. Dude I think it had been maybe 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
He had boxes, like wall to wall boxes, cases of cards. Like, I'm like, dude,
That's
you have
amazing.
thousands of dollars in cards here. And he's like, oh, I love it. It's great. It's my new favorite thing. I'm like, yeah, no kidding.
God, that's wild.
And it is that deep. Like, you can, like, once you start, it is constant.
Yeah, see, I feel like I would fall into that. I think I would have that initial, would that be a euphoric?
Oh, it's a
Like,
dopamine hit, that's for sure.
because I would just be like, oh, I want to get this. But like I said, I'm also a total cheap ass too. So I feel like I would do it for just a little bit and then I would stop. But it
Yeah.
sounds so fun though. Like it did sound like very.
It's fun, yeah. Like I can remember we would just be sitting in my house just chilling. My buddy would look over at me and be like, I want to duel you right now. I'd be like,
ew. Oh.
I'd be like, okay. And then we would literally play for like 7 hours.
Jeez.
Like, it would just, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Endless potential to do endless things.
Huh.
You know what I mean? You have all your
Yeah.
cards laid out in front of you, and you'd be looking at them and be like, I wonder if I can do that. Like, you just come up with the wildest fucking combo, and you'd be like, I don't know if that's a thing. Like, I have no fucking clue. That's how, like, insane it was. And now, if you play to, like, the rules, the official rules, things are a little bit more spelled out for you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, you can find the official tournament rules are like, they don't let anything happen in tournaments. So that's the thing that blows my mind about Magic is that, like, within 1 day of a new set releasing, they'd be like, here's all the banned cards that have come out, like, because they're too fucking insane.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how? Like, this, like, it just released today. How is there already tournament banned cards?
That's like just a whole nother world of people, it sounds
It
like.
is. It's crazy.
Yeah. I know, like I said, I know back in like 90, when did Magic begin?
Oh, it's
mid-90s?
Older than that.
Older than that? Okay.
At least the 80s.
Okay. Because I know at Kmart in the late 90s, there was like a Star Wars game that they said it was kind of like Magic, but it was Star Wars related. And I got the starter kit, and me and my buddy Joe would play it. Turns out like a year later, Joe's like, oh yeah, he said, the way we played it, he said, not even close. I said, but you know what? It was fun the way we played it.
Hey.
Yeah, and I said, did you have fun when we played? He said, yep. I said, I had fun when we played. It was so fun.
Just for some context, when I came down to Yogurt, Nate just briefly mentioned, I'll play Magic with you sometime. And I was like, that was enough for me to go back out and search for my cards that I loaned to somebody else. They didn't have it. I was given 12,000 cards.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? I sorted all through them, built some decks, taught my wife how to play, did all this shit, geared back up on how to play, only for him to just never play. He never played. He cost me at least $300.
That son of a bitch.
Which is fine, but I haven't picked them back up since then.
No, it's not fine. I'd be.
Yeah, I mean, I got like a little tote, got all my stuff together, and it's just sitting in my closet, just ready to go. I can play anytime.
I never pictured Nate as a Magic the Gathering player.
Oh, he loves it. He just doesn't have the time. Like, none of us do. You know what I mean? Like, but I would. Like, if he would have called me tomorrow and be like, let's play, I'd be like, all right.
Nice.
And he told me, he's like, oh, we'll do it on like one of the nights where we're not doing anything at Yogurt. Like, we'll play a game. And I was like, all right, cool.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it being played.
Yeah,
I've honestly never even seen it be played either.
Literally right here. I'm like sitting at my desk and I have this like box that I've had for since that happened of like all these like legendary cards that I took out for him. That he wanted. He's like, oh, I want to look at your legendary so I can build a deck around it. And I have all of them right here. And he never. I sent all of them to him,
And
and he's
nothing.
like, cool. That's all. I even like
Yeah.
brought him in and set him in my locker. He's like, I'll look at him on my lunch, and he never did. I just brought him back
Oh.
home one day. Like,
Yeah, I'm looking at Magic the Gathering's website right now. Here's Emrakul, the world anew. That's a weird looking thing. Legendary creature, Eldrazi?
yeah, Eldrazi.
Oh. Yeah, see, I read this stuff and it's just like, oof. Yeah,
I
This
mean,
is
none
one
of
of
that
the-
really matters.
uh-huh.
None of the actual like lore that you're reading like even matters at all. You're just basically reading the card and doing what the card says.
There's
You
a
just have
Johnny, like a lion, white lion looking guy.
yeah. That's a planeswalker.
Yeah, it's a legendary planeswalker. Yes, the +2 put a +1/+1 counter on each cat you control. See
Yeah,
right there, I'm already lost. There's like -4. Each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. Oh my god, I got a headache already.
it's not, it sounds
It's
intimidating, but it's really
yeah.
not, man.
It,
It's
it
really
it's
you
one
have
of those.
those are your cards. Those are the types
Yeah.
of cards you got. You get creature cards, you get enchantment cards, sorcery cards, artifact cards.
See, once I hear enchantment, I get overwhelmed.
Yeah, each deck has like a finite amount of those of each type of
Yeah.
card,
Oh,
and
it's
they just all do different things.
I'd enjoy watching people play it, I believe. Well, like I said, my brain can't. I'm no longer sponging up in my brain. I don't feel. I feel like there's nothing that I can learn.
See, I
You
have
know.
I have a battle mat. But like, if you were to ever sit down and be like, "Hey, I want to learn," I have a battle mat that I bought for Tammy.
Uh-huh.
That literally just is a black mat with white letters on it and tells you where to put your cards.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that part you don't have to try to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game itself, you have to remember a few things, but otherwise it's just I don't know.
Like I always like it would be like an intimidation thing for me. I think. Like I'd be like I feel like I'd lay down and then everyone would laugh at me because I'm like I'm gonna lay down this squid guy with this. And they're like, well, you can't do that. Like, what kind of moron do you think you are? You can't lay, an orb with a squid or, I have no clue what the fuck I'm saying, but it's just like, you can't combine those cards. Yeah. So then people would laugh at me and then I would quit. I'd cry and leave.
It's not Pokemon. Pokemon's a little bit more different than Magic, but yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. I've been through it. I've done every wrong thing you can do, and I've done every right thing you can do. And I've also sat and played with players that have the most insane fucking deck ever that I'm like, why are you doing this?
All
All right, brother.
right. Peace out, y'all.
All right, bye.
This is the